All right, what's up, world? Thank you for tuning in to The Unapologetic Mind. This is JL. Let's get this thing rolling, baby. I appreciate all my followers who's tuning in. You know, feel free to subscribe, like, share. I appreciate you guys. I truly appreciate you guys. You guys been, so great to me, honestly. And I would like to basically talk about a little bit more about what's been going on. And man, I can't hold back anymore. I can't. It's literally killing me, and I can't believe literally. I feel like the year after year, is going by more difficult. What I mean by that is, I mean by the people. The people are becoming more sinister than ever. The people are becoming more. Some people are becoming more careless and pretty much fallen into depression and basically want to be spreading negativity. And I just want you guys to know that we are here for you. Don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever doubt happiness. Don't ever doubt the power of God. Don't ever doubt the blessings of God. And always, always try to separate yourself. Try to clear your mind. I know sometimes it sounds a little, I know sometimes it sounds easy then, but trust me, it is. It truly is. And for I just want the world. I literally just want everyone in the world to know that the people like me that are here in this world continue fighting for peace and love and continue fighting for the people because we really need to come together. We really need to unite, all of us, all of us. Doesn't matter what color, what skin, what race. We all at this time we all really need to come together because it's getting more and more difficult, and the people are becoming more and more difficult with each other. And I just sit back and I watch, and I think about how like how back in the days it used to be, how people were so some people were so respected. Some, of course, some people was careless, but there was morals and honor, in the streets. Now there's no honor. There's no morals at all. And we living we're living the time of the most, I feel like the most, I'm not saying evilest, because back then in the medieval times, they were, reckless and ruthless. So I want to say, you know that in our time it's similar like that. It's similar like that because when they say that population, that we're being overpopulated, I feel like that's not true. And Joe Rogan feels the same way. I was watching an interview yesterday with Joe Rogan and Eddie Bravo. Shout out to Eddie Bravo. I visit his I visit his, mixed martial arts center in California. Great guy. I met him. I had a privilege meeting him. I didn't meet Joe Rogan. I would like to meet Joe Rogan. I've seen Joe Rogan, throughout UFC events and stuff like that. Um, but never, you know, never said hello to Joe Rogan or anything. But I would love to meet him. Um, it'll be an honor to meet Joe Rogan. So, but but yeah, I was watching the Joe Rogan Experience yesterday. Um, for anyone who don't know, tune into the Joe Rogan, you know, unex- um, the Joe Rogan Experience. My tongue got tied for a second there, but yeah, a lot of interesting interviews in the Joe Rogan Experience. A lot of wow, unbelievable, breathtaking interviews. One of my favorites is the Bob Lazar one. Also the Elon Musk. Shout out to Elon Musk, who I honored and admire and respect. Like Mark Zuckerberg. Shout out to Mark Zuckerberg. He's one of my idols who I look up to as well. Because I do programming as well. I'm not on a level like him, but or his level, or but I'm pretty good uh, with coding and programming and you know so I do pretty good with computer technology. um, I taught myself, learned, read books, uh, you know took a few exams. I failed a couple, but practice makes perfect, so I didn't give up. I study, and finally I was able to pass, and you know got my reward, got my certificate. And so yeah, so that's definitely a blessing, and definitely one of my gold achievements. You know, one of my achievements that I'm definitely proud of. Honestly, it takes time, it takes patience. And if I could do it, anyone can. Honestly, um, oh man, it's just yeah, it takes time for real. It really it truly takes time, and I believe we have all the time in the world. Honestly, a lot of people think time has run out. I don't think so. I don't think, because in the galaxy there is no time. Know that time was created, and for anyone who don't know, I suggest doing your research on that. It's very interesting, very interesting. Um, a lot of a lot of people feel the same way about time. One of them is who's my hero, who I truly admire and honor and respect. Dick Gregory, rest in peace, Dick Gregory, my idol, my hero. Also, Malcolm X, rest in peace to Malcolm X. Um, and all those who spoke up and fought, you know, for for your rights, our rights. You know, um, shout out to the Black Panthers. Shout out to the Black Militant. Shout out to the Puerto Rican Union, and shout out to all the other unions that you know that that support their community. Because it 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 gives us hope, and it gives us abilities to remain strong and to get stronger and to support each other more. So right now, guys, we really need to come together. And we shouldn't have an event, or we shouldn't have a disaster, or a terrorist event happen for us to come together. That's ignorance. And it's just it just blows my mind the way people are. Honestly, it just blows my mind because I'm not mad or anything like that. I if anything, I'm more aware. You know, I'm more I'm more loving than before. Honestly, because I care more about peace and love. I do, especially coming from someone who all their life it's all the whole life has been about war. My whole life has been about war. So seeing that and living from that, experiencing that, as you get numb to it, honestly. But then when you experience, you know, miracles and blessings, honestly, when you experience miracles and blessings, um, it's definitely a great feeling, honestly, when you overcome your fears, when you overcome negative thoughts, when you overcome being a, a careless person, an irresponsible person, a narcissistic person. I'm not perfect. I've done I've done a lot of bad in my past, and I'm pretty sure anyone who's watching, you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys done some stuff in the past as well. And I just want you guys to know that don't give up. Seriously, don't feel like because you've done so much evil or dirt or burnt bridges or whatever. Don't think it's the end of the road for you, because it's not. It's the beginning of your book. It's the beginning of the journey, of the righteous journey. You know, the journey of pure happiness and love. That's real. It is. It's real. It's truly real. I find it interesting that our human race, us as Homo sapiens, I find it interesting that love plays a big part as well as happiness. I find it interesting that us as humans, when we love hard, and it damages us when it becomes when it becomes wrong, you know, when it becomes not what we expected. Because we all want someone to love us. We all want someone to be there for us. We all want someone to adore us, to admire us. Of course, it's the best feeling in the world. What I love about animals, especially dogs, is no matter what, a dog will always be loyal, sincere. I've seen I've seen owners, I've seen fucked up owners that abuse their animal. Of course I stepped in because I'm not, I don't like that. I'm a very, very, very animal lover. and I don't believe in abusing animals. Um, and those who abuse animals, you get bit or whatever, hey, you deserve it. Seriously. And I hope the fucking dog literally rips your arm off, because no dog deserves, or any animal deserves, to be, abused like that, honestly. But I'm from Miami. I'm from Miami. And Miami is known to have a lot of homeless animals. It's sad. It really is. But it breaks my heart, though, honestly, when an animal loves you and adores you, and gets so excited to see you when you arrive from work or whatever like that, when you arrive home, you know, a cat or a dog or whatever, any animal gets excited to see you know, their owner, or their friend, their, I don't like to say owner, because I just say friend, that's like, I just got a dog recently, Prince, you know, I love him dearly. Reminds me of all my other dogs that I've had in the past. And some broke my heart because, I had to leave some dogs behind. And what I mean behind was, either my ex girlfriend ended up taking the dogs. Um, I had wiener dogs. I had two wiener dogs, dachshunds. One was Coco, the other one was Rocco, and smart dogs. Loved them dearly. Loved them dearly. And yeah, it just breaks my heart that, I had to leave because I was dealing with a difficult time. That's what I wanted to go over, and share with you guys as well. The blessings. You know, the blessings that God gives us. Honestly, when we had hard times and difficult times. Honestly, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because I wanted to share the blessing with you all, and to let you guys know that you guys weren't the only one going through it. You know, I went through hard times in the past, so hard that I almost gave up, and I'm glad I didn't, honestly, because I'm here talking to you guys. I'm healthy. I get up in the morning. I do my routine. I exercise. I meditate. I clear my mind. I make sure that my energy is full of positive, you know, positive energy. I don't look for bullshit. What woke me up was when I was incarcerated. That's what I wanted to share with you, with everyone. Um, that even if you're going through hard times, don't give up, yo. Trust me, don't give up. Trust me, because I'm gonna tell y'all, a little bit about my hard times, and I hope my message is 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 out to touch each and every one of you guys, because the reason why I want to share this story is because I want to touch each and every one of you guys' heart, and give you guys hope that you guys can make it out. Honestly, you know, it takes the true power. It takes you. It takes God to literally help you through your journey. It's not easy. It's not. We live in a world full of sinners, sinisters, evil, wicked. But there are some good people out there. People like me, some people that I know that believe in life. So I'm gonna share. It is graphic and it is exclusive. So forgive me if I go beyond, but I want to give every details and of the story, and I want to be able to give a positive message once you guys hear my story and understand that even if you feel like your world's ended, you have the power and will to transform that and change that. Honestly. So June 13th, 2015. Um, it was in the afternoon, like this. Um, it around 2 o'clock. That's when everything changed. So basically, I had an incident at the complex I was staying in. I had an apartment in West Palm Beach, and basically, I got into an altercation with two men, and pretty much I felt like I was threatened, and I felt like I was in fear of my life and for my ex-wife at that time and my sisters, and you know, I end up I end up blacking out, and pretty much at that time ruining my life. And the reason why I say I ruined my life was because I had everything from good career, um, beautiful wife. I basically had the American dream. So, and I just fucked it up like that. It's crazy. And I just had got married like 6 months before that, which was January 5th, I believe, or 10th, one of those two. I think it was January 10th, 2015. But after that, when the whole incident went down, I ended up getting arrested um, because of the altercation. Um, it got serious to the point where, you know, I felt like I was being threatened, and felt like I was in fear of my life. So I did what anyone would do if they was in fear of their life, and I pretty much defended myself, my ex-wife, and my sister at that time. Shout out to Jessica Rabbit. She was there, and she definitely knows and explain. She'll definitely explain as well. But after all that went down, when I had got arrested and everything, I thought it was over for me because it was serious. It truly was serious, and I got arrested for you know firearm, and I really thought that it was it for me because um it was like so much went down so quick that I woke up like in the jail cell, just like, what the fuck did I just do? But throughout the throughout my time there, months, mind you, you don't get bail for a firearm. And if you do, um, some cases you do get bail on firearms. Some cases you do. Some cases you don't. And that's if it's like serious or whatever. But this case was serious. You know, pretty much got it dealt with and everything. I served my time and everything like that. I did 3 years. Um, I didn't do the full 3 years. That's crazy. They gave me 3 years, which was 36 months, mandatory, and I from the 3 years mandatory, they were going to give me 25 years. They were going to give me 25 years. But apparently, there were no evidence, whatsoever. They were going by he say, she say, and there were no marks on any of us. We didn't physically fought. It almost turned out to be that way, but um, it didn't get to that point. Because that's when I saw my wife crying and my ex-wife crying and stuff like that, and I got really like soft, seriously, and went back in my house and waited till the cops come. So, anyways, um, after all that happened, I'm fighting my case. I'm at this point. This is months. Months had gone. Like, literally, months passed by. You know, I I bombed myself out, and I basically go on a run for like 2 months just to get everything together. I was on a run for 2 months, and I ended up turning myself in July 8th, which was on a Tuesday, I think. No, I'm sorry, forgive me. I turned myself in July 5th, 5th or 6th. One of those two. I think it was either the 6th or because I know it was on a Tuesday. It was during after 50 Cent's birthday. We have celebrated 50's birthday. 50 was at KOD 2015, and we had got invited, and oh man, we had a blast. I had a good time that night. 50 was giving effing vodka to everyone who had VIP booths. So that was great. That was great. And me and my ex-wife, we enjoyed it. Took some pictures, um, and stuff like that. But yeah, it was after that. It was after that, and it was after the 4th of July. So I pretty much gathered everything together and money and everything like that. I took all my money out of the accounts and all and everything to make sure um, everything was situated and make sure you know before I was to turn myself in, make sure my ex-wife didn't have to go through any problems while I was incarcerated. So I was just pretty much gathering all my eggs, you know. And so after me fighting the case and everything, I turned myself in. Sorry, after me being on the run and everything, I turned myself in and I continued to fight my case. And I didn't get in trouble. I thought I was gonna get more years because I was on the run for 2 months. But I ended up turning myself in and everything like that. So, but I was on probation at that time too. That's crazy. I was on probation. This is how you know God is real and God is good. And God never walks away from any of us. Seriously, even at bad times, or even if we feel like He's walked away from us or given up on us, it's not true. Just know that He's always with us. Just know that you know the good spirits is always with us. Positive that good positive energy is always surrounding us. So um I first attend to the magistrate court and pretty much set all the charges and everything like that. Aggravated assault with a firearm, aggravated assault, um, you know, uh, felon with a possession of a firearm. Um, what else? Public. I forgot what other charge that they end up charging me with, but it pretty much got it thrown out. Well, not thrown out, but yeah, it pretty much got it dropped. And then I ended up getting one charge was the aggravated assault. It was verbal. Really, I can't believe that they still added aggravated assault. Aggravated assault with no bodily harm. No, it's crazy. So I'm still processing on getting that expunged and filing for you know and filing a report to the Broward County uh, Sheriff Department and they whole they whole corrupt system down there because Broward County is corrupt. It is. It's totally corrupt, and all the judges. Some judges are good, some judges are bad, but the judges that collect money from private prisons and stuff like that, it's fucked up, and they really need to do something about that. You know, seriously, they really need to do something about that. And the people who are literally, you know, turning their eye, seriously, giving that blind eye to, you know, to the problem that's been going on for so many years. But anyways, so so I'm fighting my case. I basically I I hired these Jewish lawyers, Larry and Matthew. Um Malta, the fucking terrible fucking lawyers out of West Palm Beach. They fucking terrible. Don't get them. They fucking terrible. Seriously, all they deal with is cop outs. They fucking terrible. Literally, they get your fucking. They drain you. They 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 get your money and just don't don't fight for you. Don't do anything for you. They lie to you. They fucking unprepared. And I literally paid them 10 grand in advance just to handle the case. That wasn't even all of it because they wanted more, of course. So, and I told them, you guys will get more when I see some results in fighting this fucking case and getting this shit dismissed. Apparently, none of that was happening. They kept coming up, they kept coming to me about wanting to cop out fucking 33 months, 36 months, and all this other bullshit, or cop out to 10 years one time. That they told me that shit because the prosecutors asking for 25 years. Fucking bullshit. And so I'm fighting. I'm fighting now. My ex-wife is getting like she's stressed. She's worried. She supported me at that time. That little bit of time when I was in the county, she supported me a little bit. So I definitely could say, she was a little bit supportive at the beginning, a little bit. It gets fucked up. It gets fucked up, down the line. But I'm fighting my case and everything, and I pretty much fired them. I didn't get my money back. It's crazy. Even if I filed a fucking a fucking report, still never got my money back. Which, whatever. So, anyways, I hired a new lawyer, Colombian guy, Felipe Jaramillo. Shout out to Felipe. Thank you. Appreciate that. You've done so much, and you've done, man, like literally, like you went beyond for me, and I truly appreciate that. He was on point. He was well organized. He knew his shit, and I had called him because I had fired the lawyers that Sunday morning when they came to see me, and they wanted me to cop. They wanted me to cop out of 36 months plus reinstated probation for another 5 years and all this other. But I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man! You gotta be fucking kidding me. So, anyways, Because the guy was he, and this is fucked up, man. I don't like when people swear they gangster and everything like that, and or swear they all that and shit. But until shit hits the fan, then you become a victim. I hate that shit, and that what that was exactly what the guy was doing. He was playing the victim. You know what I mean? A older man too. Like he was in his 40s at that time. You know what I'm saying? Literally, like playing the victim, and the other Spanish cat, the Cuban cat, was playing the he he at first was playing the victim, but then like he didn't want no part of the case whatsoever. You know, but the other dude, he was just I don't know what the fuck was wrong with him, yo, for real. But anyways, um, I was continue on fighting my case, and I fired him. And a few hours later, well, I had contacted a friend of mine. Rest in peace to Jose Roberto. I contacted a friend of mine, and he got upset and everything, and was like, "What the fuck, yo? You should have called me and this and that, blah blah blah. How the fuck, all this and that, and all this shit." Yeah, it was crazy. He was like, "Bro, you should have never turned yourself in. I would have got you to fucking. You would have been in Mexico and all this other bullshit. It's crazy, but yeah, I did everything the right way though. I believe in doing everything the right way in an honest way because that comes a long way. Honestly, definitely that comes a long way. I could have continued running. I could have left the country if I wanted to, but no, I didn't want that in my back. And I didn't want that in my conscience, and I didn't want to jeopardize my family or my ex-wife and everybody else that knew me, that know me. You know. So he gives me Felipe's number. I call Felipe. A few hours later, Felipe comes at 7. It's crazy. Meets with me unexpectedly. This is an unexpected meeting. I hear my name call Vasquez, lawyer meeting. I'm like, attorney, sorry, attorney visit. I'm like, what the fuck? Attorney visit. I just fired my attorneys, 4 hours ago. What the fuck? It's Felipe. I'm like, I see this short guy with fucking thick ass folder, you know, and it was literally my folder. I thought it was like other people's cases. It was my fucking folder. I couldn't believe how thick my folder was. Yeah. But it was all the discoveries and all the information that Felipe he did his thing, man. When I called him, as soon as I fired those fucking two piece of shit motherfuckers, um, he did his research within those 3 hours and went to meet me. It's crazy. So at this point, I'm like, listen, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit you telling me. You know what you could do for me. That's exactly what I told him. What can you do for me? And he was like, listen, what I could do is I could fight for you. It looks like there's no evidence. So, but they go and buy substantial evidence, which is verbal. He say, she say, which is fucked up. I don't think anyone should be accounted for someone saying saying they have something or they doing something, or you gotta have evidence. You gotta have physical fucking evidence. You gotta have pictures. You gotta have wiretaps. You gotta have physical fucking evidence, videos, evidence of of the person with whatever the fuck the person has. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers that created the law, yo. Y'all can't go by substantial evidence, man. By verbal, that shit does not, and that's the corruption in Broward County. You know, Broward County is so fucking corrupt. Miami's corrupt, but at least Miami's, they, they corrupt, but they, you know, they like to brush some shit off a little bit. But yeah, Florida is so fucking racist, man. Florida is so racist, man. It's unbelievable how racist Florida is, and it's sad because you know there are a lot of good people, honestly. But so Felipe was like, "Listen, what I could do is I could fight to drop the case to a lesser charge and get you lesser time and get you out of here." That was like music to my ears. I'm not looking to do 3 years mandatory. I'm not looking to do fucking 10 years. I'm not looking to do 20 years or 25 because that's what they were asking. The fucking bitch wouldn't want to go down. Okay? She kept throwing 25 years. And if I don't take the 25 years, 3 years mandatory. Plus the fucking probation, whatever. So, anyways, I'm stressed out of my mind. Months, Felipe is fighting the best he can. And he did his fucking thing, man. Seriously, he did his thing. I told him, I was like, yo, Felipe. And it's the God honest truth. I told him, Felipe, look at me. That's exactly what I told him. I was like, look at me. If you're serious about this, I'll call my wife and she'll give you 5,000 tomorrow morning to start the case. Just to start the case. He looked at me, he's like, okay. And I'll give you the extra 5 if I know I see some results. I don't care how much you charge me. He charged me of course, expensive, crazy amount, but you got to fight for your freedom, especially if you're, you're protecting your loved one, your ex-wife, and because he threatened my ex-wife and my sister, and I pulled a gun out of it. Yeah, I did. So, um, anyways, the thing was that the gun was registered under me, of course. I did have my firearm license and everything like that. Um, so that's why I didn't go as far like that, because it was in my property, and Florida do have a stand your ground law, but because it was in a complex area, it was in a residential area, and it was an afternoon. It were kids outside and everything like that, and so they went by what if, which is fucked up. You don't go by what ifs. Stupid. Anyways, but I'm glad the cops. I'm glad the cops got there because I would have blew his head off. I'm being honest with you. I would have blew his fucking head off, and I would have blew the other guy's head off. I'm being honest with you. I'm being real. But I'm glad you guys got there as fast as and was able to fucking save that piece of shit. Honestly, and anyone who understands me and know, you guys will protect your family. You guys will protect your loved one or your wife or whoever, your son, whoever, if they were being threatened, or basically in a situation where their life is being threatened, because that's how it was. My wife's life was being threatened. And I take that shit seriously. My ex-wife life was being threatened. I took that shit serious. My sister's life was being threatened. I took that shit serious. Or I take that shit serious. I don't fuck around with that. So, yeah, I end up being incarcerated and everything. Felipe's fighting the case. They don't want to go down or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He comes to the court, right? He's crying. He comes to I forgot what, because it was months down the line, right? He tells the judge, he's crying, right? He tells the judge that he doesn't feel safe. He doesn't, and that I was threatening him inside while I was being incarcerated. Because he ran into my ex-wife and my father-in-law and her mom at the fucking at some barbecue place. Hello, you're in fucking West Palm, you dumb fuck. You live in West Palm. You live in Riviera Beach, you stupid motherfucker. Of course, they're gonna run into you, dumb, stupid motherfucker. Come on now. Like, and I was living in Palm Beach Gardens at that time, but you know, this motherfucker is living in Riviera Beach. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so yeah, he got spooked and said that I threatened to kill him and everything, that he's in fear of his life. So it got the case worse because they say I was trying to tamper with whatever, whatever. Anyways, and that I sent out a hit on him and everything. It was crazy. They try to label me as like a mob boss slash fucking gang leader or whatever, whatever. And ain't no gang, man. It's just me. What the fuck? He's crazy. These stupid ass, dumb ass prosecutors, you know, that were there, that were trying to prosecute me. Well, they did prosecute me because I did serve the time or whatever. But they try to give me more time and try to basically um, throw my life away, you know, because they were trying to add more and be more exagger exaggerated more. They basically exaggerated the story. That's what I was trying to say. So anyways, I'm in the courtroom. I'm looking at this motherfucker. I'm like, yo, is you serious? You a grown ass man. You crying, bro, and all this, and you saying and you swear I wish I had a recording that day when he came. When that incident happened, he was screaming all loud, gangster and shit, and all this and that, and running his mouth and all this and that. But when he was in the courtroom, he was not. That was not. Yeah, he was playing the victim like a motherfucker, and anyone could saw, because he was fucking. Those are fake tears, man, like a motherfucker. But anyways, so the prosecutor's like, "Oh, Your Honor, he's a threat to society. He's a menace to society, and blah 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 blah. Oh, he's a flight risk, and this and that, and blah blah blah." So, anyways, Felipe, months had gone by. I'm literally sitting in county for like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. So after 8 months, Felipe comes to see me, and he's like, "Well, I got some good news. Um, I got it down to 26 months, and you will get time served. You will only serve a year. That's it, year. I didn't want to serve no fucking time at all, man. No time. But I was like, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. So yeah, I end up serving a year. That's crazy. From 36 no, from 5 years. Yeah, from 36 mandatory to 5 years to 10 years to 25 years. They wanted to give me, yeah. It ended up going down to 26 months. Um, I had I had 10 months. Yeah, I had 9 months credited, and I just had to do that little bit of time, which was like a year. That's it. A year and a half. That's probably it. Yeah. And so as I take that, whatever, they lease the charge. Lease as a charge, meaning they dropped it from aggravated assault with a firearm to just, verbal assault and blah, blah, blah. I'm surprised I did time with that. But because I did time, because I was on probation, that's why. It could have been bad. I could have did 25 years straight for being on probation because, mind you, I was on felony probation at that time, plus with 2 years supervision. Yeah, from home invasion, robbery, and you know, and Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that from back then. So my cases was serious back then, and I was on probation for 10 years. I had 10. I literally was on papers for 10 years. 2 years supervision. Um, so um, and it wasn't charges, you know, against civilians. No, it was charges against other, drug dealers and other motherfuckers that wanted to swear that wanted to act gangster and shit. But They not even like that, man. I'm being honest with you. That's one of the reasons why I had those charges in the fucking past. You know what I'm saying? And I'll talk about that at a later time. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I ended up getting that robbery charge and that home invasion charge and everything like that because the motherfucker owed me money. He owed me money straight up. How the fuck you a drug dealer, bro? And you buy some shit from me, my dude. Come on, bro. What the fuck this is? This ain't no Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory, nigga. You ain't get no fucking free candy, bro. For real. If you, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, yo. Fake ass motherfuckers, yo. So what I did was the motherfucker owed me money. I went in there. I got my shit. The niggas bitch, called the motherfucking police on me, and that's how I got a charge. And that was in Fort Lauderdale, in Coral Springs. So yeah, I ended up serving like 10 months and ended up copping out to 10 years probation with 2 years supervision. Yeah, the shit was crazy. So anyways, yeah, it was that serious. My case was that serious, man. My case was that fucking serious. So I get out. I mean, I'll talk about when I get out later, but here's when rock bottom hits. And this is why I talk about that God is good, God is a blessing. God definitely showed me that he's always here no matter what. Even if I doubted him in the past, because I've had doubted him in the past. I've had. Who hasn't? But what was crazy was that, you know, um, he always stuck by me. And I should have understood that. And I should have known that. But you live and you learn. But here's where rock bottom hits. And this is why I'm taught, and this is why I want to share this story because it does get dark. It gets exclusive, and anyone who is watching and tuning in, if you guys, I'm sorry if it's too exclusive and too graphic, but but. So, anyways, everything's going good. I'm thinking everything's going good. This is around election time. This is around election time, and this is around when Donald Trump was elected over the weekend when it was taking like 3 in the morning and shit like that. It's crazy. It was taking so long, but we spoke that Friday. You know, mind you, I'm a year in. I'm telling her, you know, I'm coming home. You I'm coming home in August. You know, and she. This was 2016 after the me sitting incarcerated for about a year. Um, so I'm thinking everything's fine. I'm thinking everything's great. We spoke that weekend, that Friday. Saturday comes. We spoke that Saturday. Sunday comes. November 15th. I will never forget that day. I call her. I always have a routine in the morning. I get up in the morning. I call her. I hear her voice for a little bit. To ease my pain and ease my mind. To make sure that she's okay. So the phone's ringing. Nothing. I'm like, oh, maybe she's, with her mom or whoever. Try it again. I call. No answer. I'll call back in a little bit. I waited a few hours. I called. No answer. I was like, wow, that's weird. A few hours later, and it's at night. I call one last time. No answer. Now I'm getting worried because I'm thinking something happened to her or whatever. I call. No answer. My friend gets on the phone. Shout out to Ismail, my brother. He gets on the phone and he calls his wife. She tries to do a three-way. Brittany doesn't pick up. So I'm like, whoa. It's literally about to be lockdown. We gotta go to bed. It's literally lights out at 10. You know, and we got like till 9:30 till the phones could be cut off. He tried one last time. Nothing. Now I'm worried. I didn't sleep that night. I got really sick. Monday rolls around. I call, no answer. I tried contacting the people, no answer. I tried contacting her mom, no answer. Her brother, no answer. Nobody's answering me. So I tried contacting one of my peoples, which I did, and they end up getting a hold of her. And what she told my sister that she she told my sister, because my sister, when my sister called her, she picked up for a little bit, and Jessica was like, "Yo, Brittany, what the fuck, yo? Like, my brother's been calling you, like, what's?" And she was like, she told her stop calling me or whatever and shit like that. She told Jessica to stop calling, or whatever, whatever. So I'm like, damn, maybe she's mad at something or whatever. She'll probably get over it. I'm calling, I'm writing letters, Brittany, I love you, and all this. I'm doing all of this, right? All hell breaks loose. I'm stressed. Um, I get, it's wreck, and we get called out in the yard, and I didn't want to go in the yard, because mind you, I'm stressed out. I didn't want to see nobody. I wanted to stay in my cell. You know, I was feeling really sick, depressed. So, um, as I'm going out, because they have your cell open, when it's wrecked, and meaning when it's recreate, you know, go play basketball, whatever, handball, whatever, walk around the park. I mean, walk around the yard, exercise. That's what I mean by rec. Um, Stupid idiot, man. This dude, right? I don't know what was his problem, man. Cuban dude from Miami. I don't know what the fuck was his problem. Um, I guess was eyeing me like he was giving me that serious eye, like he wanted some, like he wanted to throw down or something, or he wanted to fight or whatever, whatever. Mind you, I don't hold my, I don't listen. I don't close my mouth for nobody. I don't keep my mouth shut for nobody. Straight up. So dude was down. I was like, yo, what the fuck you looking at? You fucking straight up. I was so fucking. Mind you, I'm mad already. I'm fucking my like my insides is fucking boiling. Like I'm a ticking time bomb right now as we, at that time as we speak. So the dude got up, Cuban dude. He was like, "What?" And then, that right there, you know, that just triggered me. He got up. I ran straight towards him. For real. I ran straight towards him. And yeah, we were fighting. I literally blacked out to the point where I was banging his head on the floor. Um and I didn't get charged. Um because the guard said he swung at me first, even though I was like running after him. But um yeah, I really don't know who swang first, seriously, because I black out, sometimes during fights. And I literally, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that's what happens when you're depressed or when your mind is clouded and full of like evil and negativity and shit like that. You just black out. So that's what happened. I blacked out, yo. And I don't know who threw the fucking first punch, but the guard was like, he threw the first punch or whatever, and he had a shank with him. So I guess that's what made it more, you know. So the guard said I was defending myself, and that's why I didn't get a charge. Yeah, I was banging. The guard said I was banging his head on the fucking on the cement floor. Yeah, and I had his blood all over me. That I remember because when they sent me to the box, I was full of blood, and it was his blood. Seriously, I thought it was my blood, but it was his blood. And so I got sent to the box. Mind you, I'm in the box, man. I'm in Liberty. That was the facility that I was incarcerated in. I was in a few other facility. I was in Washington. I was in Santa Rosa. I was in Lake Butler. I was in FSP, which is South Florida. Everybody goes through FSP. That's like the main prison, big prison, old prison. Um, and yeah, that's. Oh, and I was in Franklin. That's it. Those are the only uh, facilities that I was in throughout my time serving my time. So when I was in the box, right, I'm freaking out. I'm yelling and screaming. The guard's like, "Shut up before we go in there," and blah 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 blah. Mind you, I'm going crazy. I want to show you guys something. Mind you, I'm going crazy. I'm yelling, screaming. I'm causing destruction. They end up suiting up. It was like 15 of them, and yeah, they all they all rushed into to my cell, mace me, bear mace me. They got this mace where the regular mace ain't shit, yo. I got sprayed with regular mace, and that shit didn't do nothing to me. Now, this other mace that I don't know what the fuck was it. I don't know if they make it in the swamp. I don't know what the fuck is it, but when they spray it, it foams up and it burns. It burns your skin. It suffocates you. You know, literally suffocates you. It like it sucks every oxygen and everything out from the room. Seriously, it's bad. It's basically bear mace, but it's way lethal than bear mace because they they make it more stronger. They're fucking floater fucking hillbillies. But but yeah, they spray me with that shit and it's big. They call it Black Jesus. For anyone who's ever been incarcerated in Florida and South Florida, they know what I'm talking about when I say Black Jesus. It's like it's a canister like that big. It's fucking huge, and it literally shoots out fucking orange foam, yo. That's crazy, yo. It's fucking crazy, man. And when it gets in your skin, it burns your skin, yo. Literally, it burns your fucking skin. So mind you, I'm ready. I got everything wet. My floor is wet because I clogged my sink, overflowed it with cold water. Um, I had my clothes wet, so that shit doesn't affect me as much. I had my face covered, the towels, um, and I had like magazines and stuff strapped to my stomach and stuff like that. So they'll hit me with the nice day. They won't break my ribs and stuff like that. God honest truth, man. That shit was like the most crazy, most evilest shit that ever happened to me for real. So they went in and pretty much gang up on me, beat the shit out of me, really, stomped me. I was unconscious, cracked the back of my skull, um, kicked my mouth in, you know, kicked my kick, kicked my tooth out. Um, busted my nose. I had a scar right here in my nose. Um, but at that moment, while all that was going down, I was flinging the motherfuckers. Seriously, and that's one thing about one correction officer end up respecting me to the point where he's like, I've never met anyone like you. You know, you really do have a gift, and I don't know what is it about you, but it's like every time I'm around you, I feel this energy. That's what he told me. He gave me respect. One of the most racist crackers, fucking CEOs you ever fucking known, yo. Seriously, and end up giving me respect and everything, and I mean respect, yo. Like never fucked with me or anything like that. And every time when a different guard will fuck with me, you know, he'll get on that guard. That CEO like, hey man, he's good, he's all right. Seriously, a white dude on top of that. But he saw that day that I went Incredible Hulk that day. Seriously, and that goes for anybody. Anybody, listen, the adrenaline, once the adrenaline kicks in and all that, yo, you know, it's like it's like it's like it's like it's like you become Superman. It's crazy. Literally, it's like you become Superman. Yeah, I was flinging the motherfuckers, man. I was literally throwing the motherfuckers. So yeah, the CEO he couldn't believe that. She was like, "Damn, I wish I had a recording because, bro, it looked like it looked like you were just picking them up and throwing them because it looked like it, And I ended up grabbing one of their nightsticks and shit and hitting them with it. So yeah, and then they end up tasing me and stuff, and I end up getting tased. It didn't phase, yo, and that's crazy. That's one thing I believe truly in a human body, that we're more powerful than anything because how much energy is in our body. I should have been down when they shot me with the second fucking taser gun, yo. I took that shit out like, like, like it was a fucking, yo. It's crazy, man. Like I had something stuck in my chest and I just ripped it out. It's crazy, crazy. I just went fucking Incredible Hulk, man. So, anyways, after all of that, um, they didn't want to put me in the psych unit because it was full. So they had me in that cell. They had me in the box for a while. I was in the box for about 42 days. They can leave you in the box as long as they want. In private prisons, they do whatever the fuck they want. People, and they be lying to people. They be lying to your family and to your loved ones and stuff, saying that, oh, he's being well taken care of. This bullshit. You know, we've been starved to death. We've been beaten. You know, um, yeah. So it's fucked up, yo. And I had this argument with someone because they say that you can't be in a box for no more than 30 days. I was like, listen, that's bullshit. Because I was in the box for 42 days, okay, and after that, I was in a box for 60 days. So that's bullshit. And I know a friend of mine was in the box for 150 days. You know, another friend of mine was in the box for 300. You know, basically the whole year. So yeah, I hate when people talking. You know, never been incarcerated, never been in the system. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. So, anyways, so I got a straight jacket and I'm eating loaves and shit because they feed you the loaf. Mind you, there's a mat on the fucking floor. Man. And you only get you only get 5 minutes to shower. Literally 5 minutes to shower. That's it. Here's the night that gets real fucked up. I'm fine sharing this with you guys, honestly, because I've manifested, I've overcome, and I'm definitely proud of myself. God is good. God is a blessing, honestly. He believes in you. He truly believes in you. Don't ever doubt him. Don't ever doubt. Don't ever doubt the creator. Don't ever doubt the power. God's power. It's like 1 in the morning. They've taken the straight jacket out, whatever, because I've calmed down. I guess this nurse had a thing for me because she used to check up on me all the time, every day. And I don't know. I guess she felt sorry or whatever, but she had a thing for me. Um, so it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I hear footsteps. I'm not paying no mind. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Whatever. The captain and two other COs. I'm like, what the fuck? And the lieutenant. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They like, Vasquez, get up, cuff up. I'm like, what? What the fuck am I? I'm thinking I'm getting shipped or whatever, or something, or whatever. Or I thought I was gonna get beaten again, because that's what they do. That's what the COs do. So, and this time I was not gonna fucking. I was literally gonna fucking snap some necks. I was not gonna have no CO fucking beat me in a straight jacket again, because COs did beat me while I was in a straight jacket. While I was tied up and everything like that. They still continue hitting me and beating me and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that's gonna happen. So I'm like, fuck, man. He tells me to cuff up or whatever. I'm on my way to the warden's office. That's weird. So I'm on my way to the warden's office and I'm looking around. I see two sheriff's officers, two Palm Beach County sheriff's officers, green suits. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking I'm getting charged, a new charge or something like that, or whatever, whatever, you know. I get a huge ass manila envelope, big ass fucking envelope. I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm like, I'm getting charged with a new charge. I open it up, I look at it, I see the state of Florida and Brittany versus Jose Vasquez. Divorce. I got served divorce fucking papers, yo. I got served divorce papers in the fucking box. I got served divorce papers in fucking prison. This was the end of the line for me. Now I'm to the point where, like, Everyone fucked me over. No one's loyal. Because I literally did all this shit myself. I fought my case myself, with thanks to Felipe. I maintained in there myself. I took over. I had to make moves. I was doing my thing in there. And then that's when the end of the road. Well, I thought it was the end of the road for me. So as I pull out the fucking folders, the papers, the boys' papers, the captain looks at me and the lieutenant. And I was like, damn, man, I'm sorry. Like I felt that honesty. I felt that sympathy right there from those two. I felt that energy. I felt that sorriness was for real. I put it back and I threw it in the fucking garbage. The warden was like, "You're not gonna, you're not gonna sign in." I'm like, "Take me back to my fucking, take me back to the box, yo." Just like that. I told him, "Just take me back to the box, man." So as I as I head back to the box, a few, I was gonna do it right there, but I didn't. I waited a couple days later to ease it down because they had me at suicide watch, of course. So I waited for the right time. So one night it was a new guard was in training. A new CO was in training, and they pretty much gave him the night shift. And COs they walk around every hour of the hour or whatever to make sure inmates are, you know, not harming themselves or making sure the inmates are sleeping. So he did his round. I'm playing like I'm cool. I'm sleeping. I'm acting like I'm sleeping. And as soon as he leave, as soon as I hear the door slam, that's when I gather up the sheets that I tied up. I basically made a rope out of it. You know, I was not gonna escape because you can't literally escape nowhere. There was no windows and none of that. I had no windows in the box. And some box you have a little small window, some you don't. In Liberty, you don't have a box. You don't have a window. It's just all concrete. That's it. There's no window, and it looks like it's in the fucking basement, like it's in a dungeon. Crazy. So I look at the time. It's like 1:30. The guard's gonna be passing by at 2. So I put everything together. I tied the blanket, made it into a rope. I put it around my neck, and I hung myself. At that moment, at that moment, I was literally giving up. I knew I was dying slowly because my chest was feeling pressured. My head was feeling like somebody was squishing it. Seriously, like somebody was squishing my head. I was urinating a little bit and I passed out. Um, I woke up on the hospital bed, handcuffed to the hospital bed. If it wasn't for that guard, for some reason, he made a U turn. For some reason, he made a U turn because you're supposed to check twice. You're supposed to walk around two times, not one. So he did his walk by once. He forgot that he was supposed to do his walk by the second time. Now, mind you, it's like almost 1:40, about to be 2 o'clock. He goes back, door opens. I'm literally hung. I'm hanging in my cell. He calls for medic. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to that CEO who worked that night. I truly want to. I know I traumatized you, and I want to say I'm sorry. If you're ever watching this, I truly apologize. I'm really sorry for traumatizing you that night. But you understand that I wanted, I gave up and I was so stressed and depressed that I wanted to end my life. So I want to take this time to say I'm sorry to that CEO and thank you for saving my life. For real. That's how you know God is real, man. That's how you know God is real. For real. Because I can't believe I actually hung myself. Almost succeeded, but if he would have never walked that second time, I wouldn't, I wouldn't be here telling you guys this. For real. That was my darkest time. Being in solitary confinement where no one cares about you. Everyone forgot about you. Depression kicks in, stress kicks in, anger. You're all alone. So it was definitely the end of the road for me at that time. But when I woke up in that hospital bed, handcuffed to the hospital bed, I just couldn't believe that I had another chance. Because I know people that did that. They're not here. I know people that hung themselves, you know, in the box or hung themselves, in the cells. Never came back from that. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I really truly wanted to share this with you guys because I was reading something the other day and it broke my heart because some rapper's girlfriend committed suicide and wrote him a long, sad message before killing herself. And all these other kids that's killing themselves, giving up because there's no hope. It breaks my heart, yo. I'm sorry. I don't mean to get emotional, but it truly breaks my heart because that's not the way to go. Honestly, that's not the way to go. I wish I could be there to change you guys' mind, or I wish I was there to change her mind to commit a suicide because I was once in you guys' position and I tried committing suicide so many times that I finally realized that God put me here for a reason, despite all the fucked up shit I've went through in the past. He always wanted to let me know that he's always here for me. He always let me know that he's here for each and every one of you, even if you guys doubted him or turn your back on him. For real. So that's my confession. That's my testimony. You know, on God's Sunday, Sunday funded the right way. God's plan, God's blessing. That's what I call Sunday. I call Sunday the holy day. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Don't give up. Don't end your life with thinking that it's over because it's not over. You guys go overcome it. If I was able to overcome it, you guys go overcome it as well. Straighten your mind, free yourself from that, and believe me when I tell you. Believe me when I tell you. You guys can make it out. It's possible. It's possible. So it's been 6 years now since I've been incarcerated. Since the last time I was incarcerated, 6 years. 2016, and I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of I'm proud of what I've accomplished. I'm proud of myself from manifesting. I'm proud of everything that I'm doing. I'm proud of that I made anything. I'm proud of that I made nothing into something. I'm proud of that I made it possible, even though I thought it was impossible. I love myself. I'm happy. And yeah, it took some time and it took some manifestation. Definitely DMT played a big part. I don't mean to say that like that, but yeah, it's true. DMT and shrooms did play a big part. You know, and I was glad that, and I'm glad that I was able to be that I'm able to be reborn. You know, because now I could finish the chapter of my book and live my life in peace. Continue spreading and receiving positive energy. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. This is JL, and you tuning in to the Unapologetic Mind. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, the Unapologetic Podcast, the Unapologetic. Be sure to subscribe, like, share. I truly appreciate this, guys. I really, truly appreciate this. You guys push me every day. Let's do this. For real, you guys push me every day. And I'm proud for those who are overcoming their mental illness their mental problem. I've been there, and I'm proud to say I've overcome my mental illness, and you guys could do it too. Seriously, don't give up on yourself. Believe in yourself. I'm Jay.